Welcome to the Rewind. I'm Megan McDonald. We had a very busy weekend in the WAC with multiple championships going on, so to get things started, we'll serve it up with some tennis. The 2016 WAC Men's and Women's Tennis Championships were hosted by UTRGV at the Brownsville Tennis Center. After 2 days of action, men's #1 seed UMKC squared off against #2 seed and defending champ New Mexico State to see who would take home the 2016 crown. The Roos reached the final with a semifinals win over Seattle U, while the Aggies reached with a victory over host UTRGV. With the match tied at 3 games apiece, sophomore Christopher Goncalves clinched the victory for the Aggies for the second straight year with his win over Andrei Smirnov, sending the Aggies to the NCAA championship.
This is a very good group. This group is they're fighters. They're fighters. I'm never been more proud of a group of guys. This is this was very exciting.
On the women's side, #1 seed New Mexico State looked to make it an Aggie sweep as they squared off against #2 seed and host UTRGV. New Mexico State reached the final with a win over Seattle U, while the Vaqueros claimed its spot with a win over UMKC. With the match tied at 2 games apiece, Natasha Monk and WAC Freshman of the Year Tara Donahoe clinched the title for UTRGV with their singles wins on courts 3 and 6. The victory was the first WAC championship in program history and sends the Vaqueros on to the NCAA Tennis Championship.
I have to give it all to my girls. I just requested that they fight the entire season, and that's what they did, and we worked really hard for this point, and I think the future's really bright for us. I know everyone's real excited.
Congrats again to the New Mexico State men and the UTRGV women for taking home this year's titles and advancing to the NCAAs. Over in men's golf, the championship just wrapped up. Let's take a look at the final results. Shooting 12 under as a team, UMKC is the 2016 WAC champions. The French duo of Antoine Rosner and Francois Lagrelay each shot 3 under in the final round, leading the Roos to its first ever conference title. The final standings, UMKC, the men's golf champion, shooting 12 under. Seattle U comes in second, shooting 4 over. Then Utah Valley and New Mexico State go 3 and 4. CSUB is 5th, and rounding out the WAC men's golf championship is UTRGV and Chicago State. Be on the lookout for the full men's golf recap in the coming days. Even more action in the conference over the weekend. In softball, the regular season wrapped up over this past weekend with the tournament seeding on the line and the regular season title. Take a look and see how it all unfolded. In a first place, second place showdown between New Mexico State and UMKC, the Aggies prevailed with a sweep over the Roos using a big 7th inning come from behind win, winning 7-2 on Saturday. That game also secured head coach Kathy Rodolph's 600th win. That sweep drops UMKC down to a tie for second place with Grand Canyon, both going 10 and 5 in WAC play. GCU really turning it on late in the season, ending out conference play on a 6-game winning streak. CSUB comes in at 4th, and Seattle U and Utah Valley round out the standings. On to players of the week, Grand Canyon with the sweep of the last week of the regular season. Brielle Breland and Kaylee Register are hitter and pitcher of the week. Breland hit a .625 with a run scored, a double, and 3 RBIs on the road sweep of CSU Bakersfield. In Saturday's doubleheader, the outfielder was perfect, going 5 for 5 with 3 RBIs and 1 run scored. Register went 1-0 last week, picking up the series finale against CSUB. In her final collegiate outing, she allowed just 3 hits and pitched her second complete game shutout of the WAC season. Over in baseball, the guys still have a couple more weeks of WAC play, but take a look at the standings. Interesting week in baseball. Seattle U holds on to the first place spot after sweeping UTRGV, but check it out, New Mexico State moving up to sole possession of second place with the 3 big-time wins over Sacramento State, which drops the Hornets to 3rd and now on a 4-game losing streak. Looks like the final stretch of the baseball season is going to be an exciting one, with 3 teams neck and neck for the regular season title. In 4th comes Utah Valley, then Grand Canyon. Northern Colorado, UTRGV, and CSUB go 6, 7, and 8. And then Chicago State and North Dakota round out the current league standings. Players of the week go to New Mexico State's hitter Daniel Johnson and Northern Colorado's pitcher Nick Tanner. Johnson went 12 for 20 with 2 doubles, 4 home runs, 8 runs scored, and 14 RBIs, so yeah, a good week for the junior outfielder. Tanner allowed 7 hits over 7 innings, allowing just 1 walk and striking out 8. He was also 4 for 13 from the plate during the series with 1 extra base hit and an RBI. Don't forget, you can watch live games on the WAC Digital Network at wacsports.com/live. For more information, check us out at wacsports.com or follow us on Twitter and Facebook.